All right, so not even a year in, and we already have our first apology of the year. Yes, I'm going to be talking about YandereDev in his new video addressing the allegations. For people who don't know who Yandere is, he's a game developer. He was making a game called Yandere Simulator, I believe, which he did not finish, for the record. This video game has been out for like what? I believe a few years now. Yeah, it said it was going to come out late 2022, hopefully. It's now 2024 and the game has not released because of his allegations. The major allegation that YandereDev is facing is talking to a minor, sexting a minor. And he just made a new video and we're gonna be dissecting the video, talking about all the points he has been making. Now, for the record, he has admitted that he has talked inappropriately with this 16-year-old. So making this video feels a bit redundant since he's already kind of addressed it. Now, if you like these type of videos, please leave a like, subscribe, and watch to the end. Like, you'll really appreciate it. You don't know how much this helps out and it'll help my channel grow. And yeah, that's about it. Let's just see his new video.
Hello, I'm YandereDev, the developer of Yandere Simulator. Last year, an extremely serious allegation was made about me that I would like to address. The accusation is that I attempted to groom an underage fan of my game. I will take accountability and admit that I did discuss inappropriate topics with a fan. However, the accusation that I deliberately attempted to groom this fan is false.
Wow, okay, so straight out the back, he has admitted, again, he has talked inappropriately. But even though he said he did not groom her, regardless if he did or not, he still talked inappropriately to the minor, which is still fucked up in itself.
In this video, I would like to apologize for what I feel I should apologize for. But I would also like to give you the full story so that you know what is true and what isn't true. Let's start at the beginning. Last year, a fan of my game contacted me and wanted to chat. Usually, when a fan tries to talk with me, I just tell them that I'm too busy. But this person seemed really nice and friendly and funny, so I decided, you know what, sure, let's talk. She let me know right off the bat that she was 16, but I didn't see any problem with that.
Oof, okay, so it's already not looking good for you, man. So you knew she was 16, you talked to her, okay? But then you started inappropriately talking to her. What the fuck? You're a sick bastard, man.
When I was 16, I had online friends that were in their 20s and 30s, so it just didn't feel weird to me. In the beginning, our conversations were normal, but she had a kind of adult sense of humor, and every now and then she would bring up a topic or ask a question that wasn't really appropriate. When this would happen, I wasn't entirely comfortable with it, but I rationalized to myself that it was no big deal and just kept talking with her. Eventually, I must have said something that sounded like a red flag to her, because at some point she started to record our conversations just in case I turned out to be some kind of predator. She showed our conversations to a YouTuber, and the YouTuber decided, yep, this guy seems like a groomer. We need to expose him. From what I've been hearing, it kind of sounds like the YouTuber started coaching the girl on how to manipulate me into saying things that would make me look bad, which wasn't what the girl wanted. But you don't have to just take my word for it. The girl has written a statement about the entire situation, giving her side of the story. I've put a link to it in the description below.
Alright, so first of all, as soon as she started making, those type of signals, you should have fucking dipped, left it, because you're the adult, you're the responsible one, you're the mature one here in this situation. Alright, so I read the highlighted part, and basically to sum it up, it says that she took her opportunity and tricked YandereDev into that situation, basically.
I won't tell you what to think about it. You're welcome to read it for yourself and draw your own conclusions. So, with the YouTuber apparently instructing the girl on how to steer our conversations in an inappropriate direction, our discussions got pretty weird. I wasn't comfortable with it and I tried to express that, but like an idiot, I just went along with it anyway. Because I had gotten into the habit of being really candid around this girl and just casually responding to whatever she said, it was very easy for her to get recordings of me answering questions I shouldn't have answered and discussing topics I should not have discussed. And the YouTuber then used those recordings to make a 40-minute long video accusing me of being a groomer.
Alright, yes, they were scummy, but you're the fucking idiot who took the bait. And now being outed as a groomer and inappropriately texting to a minor. The same thing happened to Dream. Well, it's not the same thing, but it's similar. As soon as the conversation gets like weird and like you see those weird messages, like you get the feeling. You get the spider sense, you know, that something's off. That weird unexpected text. You should have cut the contact immediately. But for some reason you didn't, and now here we are.
Out of respect for all of the people in the world who have actually been groomed, we should use the word grooming correctly. Grooming is when an adult tries to establish a relationship with a child with the intention of exploiting or abusing the child. That doesn't describe what I did. I didn't develop a friendship with the girl for that reason. That wasn't my intention. I did not attempt to establish a romantic or sexual relationship with the girl. But after having my behavior explained to me as commonly associated with romance, I can understand how it was interpreted that way. I feel like it's worth mentioning that a lot of the remarks I made only sound bad when they're out of context. For example, there was one time when the girl jokingly said, "You should make an OnlyFans." And I said, "No, that's dumb. No one would ever want to see that." And she said something like, "Come on, it's so easy to make money on OnlyFans." And when I heard that, I thought, whoa, that's a little concerning. Don't tell me that social media is brainwashing this generation to think that they should just go directly into porn the second they turn 18 because it's the best way to get rich quick. That's a little concerning. I wanted to know if she was joking or if she was being serious. So I asked her, "Are you planning to start an OnlyFans?" And of course, the YouTuber used the recording of me saying, "Are you planning to start an OnlyFans?" to frame me as someone who initiates horrifically inappropriate discussions with children, which is just completely dishonest. There's a part of me that wants to go point by point down the list of every single questionable or suspicious thing I said and provide context for absolutely everything, but that's not really the main issue here.
Alright, so first of all, does she still have the recordings? Okay. And second, if she does, she could give you the recordings and see the full context and be able to help your case right now. Because right now, the way you saying how it happened doesn't like, how do I say this? Doesn't seem very believable, is what I'm trying to get at. Alright, so I watched almost the whole video. And basically, he's blaming it on mental health. Because of his mental health, he has been led into a dark place, loneliness. For making this video game, he has deteriorated, his words, not mine, deteriorated his mental health and led him to talk to that underage girl, basically.
I'm sorry for having stupid, inappropriate conversations I never should have had. I'm sorry for neglecting myself until I created problems for everyone around me. I'm sorry to all of the people who I ignored when they warned me countless times that my behavior was becoming more and more self-destructive. And I'm also sorry for one other thing. After this whole controversy started, people started targeting anyone associated with me or my project for harassment. People even targeted the girl that I spoke to, spreading misinformation about her and spamming her with horrible images. It's one thing to screw up your own life, but it's another thing entirely to screw up so badly that you bring hate and abuse and harassment into the lives of others just for being associated with you. I am deeply sorry for that. I just hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Well, now that I've owned up to what I did wrong and established that I'm not a groomer, where do we go from here? Well, I don't think that 3 months of self-care are enough to magically fix every flaw I've ever had. I'm sure I still have plenty of room for self-improvement, but I'm doing a lot better mentally now than I was before, and I think I'm ready to get back to work. I'm going to continue releasing updates for the game, and I'm going to continue releasing videos on my secondary channel. I understand that there's probably going to be less people contributing to the game, less people playing the game, and less people supporting the game, but I just have to live with that. No matter what kind of numbers I have, whether it's views or downloads or income or anything else, I'm still going to keep working on the game. It's too important to me for me to ever give up on it. There's a lot I would like to say about the current state of Yandere Simulator and the future of the project, but that's not what you clicked this video for, so I'm just going to write all of that in a blog post and link to it in the description down below. Just in case it wasn't already clear, I just want to firmly state that I don't blame the girl for anything that happened, and I don't want anyone to harass her or make fun of her in the comments section or anything stupid like that. So if that's what you are planning on doing, don't. Over the years, there have been a lot of other controversies as well. Some of them I never addressed at all, and others I attempted to address, but I just mishandled it and botched it and made things even worse. So eventually, I'd like to make a video, kind of like this one, where I actually address those past controversies properly. I can't guarantee when it will happen, but it is something that I do want to do in the future. With that said, there is one false accusation that I think is relevant enough to address now rather than later. I don't want this to turn into a long, rambling video, so I'll make this quick. There are a lot of people who are under the impression that I advocate for abolishing the age of consent and replacing it with a sex license. No, that is not true. 10 years ago, in 2014, I had a debate with someone about whether or not age should be the sole determining factor in deciding whether or not to judge someone as an adult. I argued that just because someone has blown out an arbitrary number of candles on their birthday cake, that doesn't necessarily guarantee that they are competent enough to make certain life-changing decisions. If you want to drive a car, you have to pass a driving exam and earn a driver's license. So I thought, what if it worked the same way with becoming an adult? What if there was some sort of exam or test that you had to pass in order to be recognized as an adult and authorized to make certain purchases and decisions? Well, if you think about it for like 2 seconds, you can immediately identify like a million problems with that concept. And that's because it's not an idea that I put any thought into. It's not some deeply held personal belief that I will die defending. It was just a random hypothetical thought experiment I came up with 10 years ago while I was being contrarian towards someone in an argument. But sadly, that's just one of dozens of random offhand remarks I've made over the years that have been screenshotted and used to paint a completely inaccurate picture of who I am and what beliefs I hold. So I think that when I eventually make a video to address past controversies properly, I should also clear up a lot of misinformation and misunderstandings as well. For now, though, I've said everything that I wanted to say. Thank you for your time, and thank you for being willing to hear me out.
All right, so my thoughts on this. I gotta say, this is not bad of an apology. Considering like most apologies, like calling Ballinger and like that Logan Paul apology, this is not that bad actually. I gotta say, man, this is like expecting. I expected like him like bawling his eyes out, like sitting in a couch with a fucking camera, um, below below his like on his legs, basically with a dog. You know, like the stereotypical YouTube apology. You know, this is actually pretty like not bad, pretty good. He got to the point, calm. I mean, this all could have been avoided if he would block their end of story right there. I'm surprised he has other controversies that he has to address, but that's another different story. Yeah, so he was a fucking idiot to continue that conversation with her after all that shit. But regardless, tell me what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe, follow my socials. I left the link down below, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Peace.